guys, welcome to Table Talk! Listen, this episode of Table Talk is brought to you by Gillette Clinical. Okay, let me explain this. Gillette Clinical is your secret weapon to staying cool under pressure. Hashtag no sweat. Keep you from sweating. It's embarrassing. This year for South by Southwest, we've teamed up with Gillette Clinical to create some high-pressure virtual reality content. That means you can come check out the booth if you're at South by Southwest, which will feature a 4D simulator experience that's fully immersive. It includes movement and a simulation of wind and water. So I've never done such a thing. I'm ready for this. You can experience the thrill of skeleton racing, a skateboard mega ramp, and more to be announced. How many times do you think you're going to use that experience?
Probably as many as I can by the end of it.
About as many as I can by the end of it. Turned into a 40-year-old man.
I'm so tired.
Talking about how much fun he's going to have on his camping trip. As much as I can before the end of it.
Yeah.
So guys, Will and I are going to be at South by Southwest. If you come out to South by Southwest, to the Gillette Clinical booth, you can hang out with Will and I. We're going to be hanging at the booth March 13th, 14th, and 15th. So if you come by, we're going to be having a damn good time. We might even ride a simulator with you. Huh?
So, who at this table thinks they can pull the best question?
Go ahead, Will.
I'm seriously about to get the best one. Sorry about the violence of that. Amanda Yane says, do you guys have any recommendations on any indie or unknown films? Beginner film lover would love to know. Oh my God, do you remember it halfway through Juno when she found out she wasn't actually pregnant? It was a Taco Bell burger.
You okay?
Do you remember she had Tic Tacs on her all the time?
No, I never saw the movie Juno, but I always wanted to.
That seems like your kind of movie.
It does. That's why I never watched it.
I know that song they sang in it.
I don't.
Let's sing it.
By the light of the silvery moon? 2, 3. By the light of the silvery moon.
By the light of the silvery moon. Okay, so what's up with Ellen Page? Like, you know, she's not in movies anymore or something?
She can take a break if she wants. I know a lot of indie movies, man. I could go on and on and on, but I don't want to bore everybody about it.
Let's say the one, I mean, we had Fantastic Fest, the one that's about to come out. The Witch came out.
Oh,
that's
Witch,
an indie movie.
Dude, Green Room.
Green Room.
Green Room.
Green Room's real
Green
good.
Room.
Green Room. Green Room. Green Room. Green Room. Green Room. Green Room. Green Room. Green Room. Gleaming.
Do you ever look? Have you ever looked into the eyes of one of your friends and realized so much time has passed?
Green Room was the best movie I saw last year.
It was
and I saw
fantastic.
Force Awakens.
Oh,
Really? You're saying that's the best?
I think so,
It's
man.
up there. That and The
Because
Witch
look,
are up there.
Star Wars, I love Star Wars. I'm going to love it no matter what. And people always used to ask me as a younger boy, they would say, where are your parents? And then after that, they would ask, do you like this movie as much as you like Star Wars? Or how does this movie compare to Star Wars or something? And I would always say to them, Star Wars is in a category all of its own. You can't really compare movies to Star Wars because, especially the originals, because they're amazing. Green Room was the best movie I saw last year.
I have to agree. That and The Witch were like pretty close, but Green Room was far more entertaining.
That experience
Patrick
alone.
Stewart.
Oh,
You
see
know,
it in the
so
theater.
good.
A lot of people don't know there's a difference between movies and films.
What is the difference?
Star Wars is a movie.
I kept trying to show these guys the Elephant Man. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what I was thinking.
We were all hanging out.
They would never watch
We were
it.
all
I would
hanging
watch
out,
it.
having a great time, and what movie does Steve turn on? Elephant Man.
Like, Elephant Man isn't like a Disney movie
It's
about an
not
elephant.
Dumbo.
Is it David Lynch? Who directed that?
No, actually, isn't Mel Brooks in it though?
No, it's David Lynch, and
it
it's
is.
Anthony Hopkins
Oh.
and John Hurt.
So
John
give us
Hurt plays the Elephant
give
Man.
those were born after 1952 who don't know what Elephant Elephant Man is about. It's a movie about a guy who has elephantitis, which is a disease that bloats you up and makes you not fun.
Parts of your body are bloated and strange looking.
Remember?
And it was the first time a lot of people had ever seen something like elephantitis. So the man was called a freak, and it was very mistreated.
And then-
but Anthony Hopkins comes along as a man of science and medicine and is fascinated by the Elephant Man, so takes him under his wing and takes care of him. And then it's a very visceral film.
And then years later, someone was like, "Hey, Michael Jackson, did you buy the Elephant Man's bones?" And he's like, "Ooh, maybe."
Is that a
Yeah,
legit
that was a
thing?
big rumor that Michael Jackson bought the Elephant Man's bones.
Michael Jackson bought a lot of stuff.
There was this whole
He bought the
crazy thing,
Beatles.
like, man, people thought Michael Jackson was probably really weird, but like the media like ran with it. They were like, he sleeps in a hyperbaric chamber every night.
Yeah.
and he had, like,
I wouldn't put it past it.
I mean, I think I don't
Because we
know.
grew up in the thick of the
True.
just them making whatever up. Like
Yeah.
all that stuff that they said about Michael Jackson, I'm sure a lot of it was true, but there's got to be like so much that just wasn't, and there was no point to
Yeah.
refute it.
Well, now he's dead, and it's like, what's the point?
That's
of, like,
what
really
killed him.
speculating about that kind of, it honestly
What?
did.
Yeah, those news articles and everything. Like talk. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was
I
technically
mean,
the whatever.
it
but.
was that, yeah. But it was also the fact that he wanted to, in his older age, he wanted to still perform and be Michael Jackson. And if you watch that documentary,
That's
This
the
Is
super
It?
sad one? Oh, wait. Oh, this is it. Oh,
This
okay.
Is It is amazing if you haven't seen it. If you even sort of like Michael Jackson, you'll probably enjoy
That's
the
his last tour, right?
That
That's-
was going to be the
going to
last
be.
tour, and everyone had tickets to it and
you-
everything, and then he died.
You think he just realized he couldn't be Michael Jackson anymore because he was
I think
old?
I think he was still performing, but and he was still able to do it because if you watch that documentary,
He looked fine.
he looked amazing. You're like, this dude is like what, 55
52,
or
I
something
think
like
he
that,
was.
and you're
Oh.
like,
I
these
know he's
moves
old. Yeah.
are amazing. And then you found out that he was on a ton of drugs. He couldn't sleep at night, so he was on propofol or whatever that stuff is called.
Yeah.
And there was a doctor that was a freaking like he was a egg. I mean, he was I don't know. Doctor was an idiot, and he screwed up and he killed him.
But yeah, like why would you obviously he gave him too much medicine as a doctor.
I don't
and
know if it was
something-
too much, so
Oh.
much as it was like he wasn't supposed to use it in the way he was using it. It's meant for like putting you under when you're gonna
And he
be
was
cut
using
up
that
for
to-
surgery.
And he was using that to go to sleep.
Yeah, he was using that to put him to sleep. I mean, that's what Michael Jackson wanted.
What
He
kind of
wanted, like-
dreams?
Wait,
or none?
really quick thing. What's the weirdest celebrity thing, like rumor you've heard of? The weirdest celebrity thing I ever heard of, which is true, is that Nick Cage is obsessed with Superman. You ever like heard
Oh,
about
yeah,
how
yeah.
far
Has,
he
like, a massive
goes?
collection or
Oh,
something?
he's got memorabilia from everything, comics, all the TV shows they've ever made, all of the movies, and his son's name is Kal-El.
Kal-El, yeah. Doesn't he have like Christopher Reeve's suit or something too? And-
He has the one from his Tim Burton movie that got canceled.
Yeah.
He's got
he still has the
everything.
one that he was gonna.
He has
do.
the one.
That must
yeah.
suck so much. Being like, he's known as being one of the biggest Superman fans either, but probably just because he can afford the things, sort of. But you love Superman so much. You buy everything. You buy Superman's bones, and you get cast to play Superman in the Superman movie, and they're like, oh wait, the script isn't good. That would suck. It's the
I
Kevin.
know. Can you imagine loving Superman? It was Tim Burton.
Oh, it was Tim Burton.
Yeah, I was in New Orleans and we were doing like a cemetery tour, and like it was really cool. I mean, if you're in New Orleans, do a
Wait.
cemetery tour. You know
think
what I'm
I know
talking
what-
about?
I think I know what you're talking
There was
about,
like
yeah.
this there was this like mausoleum that was like, and everything's above ground there. All their funeral stuff is above ground, and then like they put bodies in the walls and stuff too. Because I guess like with all the like flooding and hurricanes and stuff that happened there. It would unearth bodies when they buried them in the ground, and bodies would just show up in the streets and stuff. So they had to like figure out a better way to bury their dead. So they would like seal them into sarcophaguses or like into crypts or something. And so they're in this, and the cemeteries are amazing. They're beautiful. They're like Tim Burton sets that are in real life. But this one was like a pyramid. It was like literally just like this massive pyramid with like an eye on the top or something. And it looked like some kind of like creepy Illuminati thing. And the tour guide was like, Nicolas Cage purchased that sarcophagus or whatever for him to be buried in when he dies. So that's like where Nicolas Cage is going to be buried when he dies.
He's planned that for decades.
Yeah.
He's had that for decades.
Which I
just
guess is
reserved.
smart though. Like if you talk,
Do you care where you
when
get
you get,
buried?
when you get to a certain age, they say like it's important to like plan it out.
True.
And to like buy your plots, and that way your kids don't have to take care of it, or it's not on someone else when you die or whatever. But like that was just so strange to see that and to be like, that's where Nicolas Cage is gonna be put.
At Chloe Does Stuff, what is one hobby you wish you were good at? Mine's drawing.
I feel like we did this one literally the other day.
There's a chance we probably
hobby?
did.
Although
hobby.
we did fold it up and fire it at the lens, so
maybe Chris went and grabbed it and
or they
ironed it out.
reprinted it or something.
Maybe.
I've always wanted to like. Oh well, I guess the other one was skills or something. A hobby.
Oh, this is different. This is specific.
Yeah.
I don't really like hobby.
I think stamp collecting when I think hobby.
Yeah.
You okay?
I think puzzles. Oh no, I have allergies, and when I get tired, and it just comes out. So, you know, like knitting. If I could like knit things.
You'd like to knit?
Yeah, because I like sometimes I feel like I can't really watch TV because I'm more of like a. I need to be moving to be able to do something. I was like, oh, that's why people like knitting, because it'll activate your body and then it'll also activate your brain. I could just sit in front of the TV and go like this, and that would definitely do it.
It would make the movie going experience way more fun for you.
It's just when I watch Jessica Alba movies, it gets weird. So like I would like to be able to knit so I can make, dogs sweaters and whatnot.
And make your own sweaters.
Oh no, I
No.
would never do that.
He doesn't have
What?
enough yarn.
My mom has this rule. She's always like, oh, I don't really taste my cooking most of the time.
Yeah, I noticed that when she came to cook for all of us.
Why do you want us to eat this then?
It makes me like kind of worried about it.
Yeah, I'm throwing shots at my mommy right now. Like, what's up with that? Why don't you,
Come on,
mommy? Come on.
I would like to be able to like build prop replica stuff, like my buddy Will does.
That's super cool.
And like I go to the replica prop forum, the RPF, and you can just browse in there and look at all the stuff people are building, and it's amazing
That's
stuff.
like knitting, but way harder. I feel like you'd be good at it though.
Yeah.
I wish I could like woodwork
I
or
feel like
something.
if I could apply myself, I could do it. Like the closest I came was with that arcade machine over there.
Yeah,
If
you
you
like
focus-
repurposed
It's still very
it.
tough though.
Yeah.
And
Who programmed it?
well, my brother came and helped me program
There you
it.
go.
But yeah, but like I don't know.
If you
It's
focus
very
for a whole
collaborative.
weekend, you can make a Ghostbuster gun.
I probably could, but it would not look great.
Why not? You're good with hands.
You can build stuff.
I remember when we. I'm just thinking about that time you walked into the door and then broke that.
Oh, at the house? And then I fixed it?
Yeah, and then you fixed it, yeah. Because if I had walked into the door, I would have had to hire someone to fix it.
Yeah.
I would have been like, this is done with. But
Yeah, that was fun, man.
That was cool.
It's good times.
And
I was not born in a home where screen doors were a luxury we could have.
So now you just can't see them.
Now I just can't see
not in
them.
his
How did that
vision.
happen? Were you on your phone? No.
I must have been on my phone or something.
That's
I don't know.
crazy.
You've never done that in your life? You never
What?
crashed into a screen door because you didn't really see it? Like you just
I
one
almost
over
broke
here?
a glass door with my face.
There you go.
Because I'm always around pools, so you're always like naked running around with all the little boys, and you running around and like towards the pool.
Did you
I
say
couldn't
you're
even get through
naked
that.
running around with little boys?
You know, you're in your swim trunks, you run around
with little boys?
When you're a little boy too.
Oh, when
so
you're a little
when you're a
boy.
little boy with the little boys, and you're not paying attention, and bam. It happens like 5 times a day. Like a kid just like clips his head on something and like there's like blood, but he like bandages up, keeps running, hits it again.
Isn't it crazy? Like if you like raise a kid as a single child, or if they're around a bunch of as an only child, or if they're grown up around a lot of kids. Usually, if they grow around a lot of kids, they run around and they're crazy. But like single kids who don't see other kids will totally just be adults. They'll just be like, oh hey, a lot of them.
Yeah,
are
you're right. The single, the only child kids are always like they always mature quicker.
They do because they're not learning.
You don't think so, Owen?
Brats.
Some of them are.
No,
rats.
brats are little brothers. Little brothers are brats forever.
That's true.
I'm a little brother and I was a dang brat. The Mighty Kin says, "What would your animal sidekick be?"
A ferret.
Oh
Right off the bat, I'd have a ferret.
Just a ferret? What?
They would sneak around and do my thing, do my bidding.
You remember Kim Possible, the naked mole rat?
Uh-huh.
What was
Yeah.
his name?
Come here real quick.
It's salty.
If you guys want to buy Will's tears, we'll be selling them on eBay.
FHP. What was I gonna say? I want
saying-
like a. Do you remember the thing in Avatar? That Avatar 1 had like a deer, but it's got like big horns, like dangerous horns.
I would like to have the Snarf from
Thundercats.
Thundercats.
Snarf.
I want Snarf.
What
Let
does
me
he
have that
do?
little
Does he
boy.
talk?
That's not an animal.
What about?
That's fictitious.
So was yours.
I have to pick a real one?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, hell yeah.
I remember Thundercats.
I want Falcor. Give me Falcor.
I just realized this is like the things that, for me, the things that I remember from childhood were the loudest noises. So like I remember like Go Speed Racer, go! And I remember Thundercats, ho!
And I have the power! Yeah, you're right. Everyone's screaming.
90s, 80s cartoons.
Yeah.
Go Gadget, like come.
Yeah, turtle power! Yeah, you're right. Why are they all screaming?
They're all yelling about something.
Yeah.
They're like
Care Bear stare!
that never happened.
They're all screaming at us.
It riles up the kids and they start running around the house, screaming, knocking stuff
What
over.
does SpongeBob say? He's got a screaming thing?
I'm ready. No, he doesn't really yell. He's just
mellow.
Yeah, there are times when he does yell. What was I gonna say? Oh, I'll be officially done with Hollywood and still live here for the rest of my life, probably, because I'm a slave to it, when they make a Care Bears movie.
I think they already have.
No, I remember the Care Bears movie I used to watch every day, but like a new Care Bears.
Oh, you're talking about like an updated
Like
one.
live action.
Look, kids these days won't like the Care Bears.
Real bears.
And Neil Patrick Harris.
looking bears.
And Neil Patrick Harris goes to the other one.
Imagine the PA,
giant
like,
scary bears.
They shave
the
shamrock onto the bear's belly.
That would be bad. Can someone Photoshop that? I want to see what that looks like. And wasn't there lions too? There were lions. Like
One of them was a lion.
There were.
The leader was like a lion. Why is the leader always a lion? What's he got to do?
Because he's the king of the jungle, man.
Oh.
He's the king of the pride.
Are bears in the jungle? Why do they put bears in the jungle?
Bears are not
Bear
in the
is
jungle.
in the jungle in the Jungle Book.
Yeah, why is there a bear?
What's Bear doing there?
Baloo.
Baloo.
You're right.
Bear.
Why is he in the jungle?
Why is Bear in the jungle?
I heard that Idris Elba is voicing the Panther in the new
Shere Khan?
and that's
the
perfect.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Bad
saw
tiger.
Zootopia and he did a voice actor and then I realized I want to sound like him when I'm like 37.
Everybody wants to. He's got a great voice.
Yeah,
he's
he's
got a
got-
beautiful voice.
I'm gonna try that. Excuse me. You know I came off a cold not too long ago.
I covered my hand, man. Play it back. See? What's the matter with you?
Darn it! I love you.
We want to pull another one, or
Sure.
get in there, Scan?
Good.
Get in there, Scan. Remember Scantrons? The kids know what Scantrons
man,
are today?
Oh, they
Scantron.
better still have those.
You remember a
In
syllabus?
college, you gotta buy your own.
Syllabus. Every semester they'd be like, "Here's your syllabus," and I would throw that in the back of my locker until I had to look
I
at
never thought about it.
it. I'm not good with outlines.
Cliff's Notes.
Lopez Lester 03 says, "What is the most unpleasant smell you have ever smelled and the smell you hate the most?" Hi, Mom. I'm on #Table Talk. Your mom doesn't watch this.
There's two. I got two. Do
What
you
was
have
it?
some?
Sorry,
the most
smell?
unpleasant smell. Yeah.
Yeah, I got one.
Okay, what is it?
Oh, I
ahead.
left In-N-Out milkshake in my room for a little too long,
Gross.
and now I never bring food in my room. I completely forgot it because I had my desk and this little tiny like shelf inside the desk that I never saw, and I just put it down there. I was working, didn't find it, saw it when I was laying down. I was like, grabbed it. And I was like, don't smell it. Don't need to smell it. Don't need to smell it. And I opened it, smelled it, almost immediately vomited.
Gross.
Almost.
You
I
did
mean, you
puke
just-
or you didn't?
No, I caught it.
Sam, there's something wrong with like your stomach or throat because
you do throw up a lot, don't you?
No,
think
you guys
it's-
don't throw up enough. I'm making up for all the times you don't throw up.
I think you just literally opened yourself up to throwing up, and
You
which
don't
is kind of
understand the
beautiful.
magic of throw up. Not like, don't do
Magic?
it all the time. You feel so much better when you're sick
It's
and you need
true.
to vomit. Just go vomit and you feel so much
The
better.
Yeah,
last
but I've
time-
heard about like the times when people like will go like, "Oh man, I feel so much better," and then they puke again, and they're like, "Oh no," and then they puke again, and then they keep puking and they can't stop, and that doesn't feel
Like,
good.
I've never had that.
That's like
ever
a stomach
happen.
poisson, or like when you have a flu.
I
Stomach
remember
fish.
when I first came to LA, I came to college in September 2011. A month later, in October 2011, I got sick. And I remember it was terrible to me, and I threw up like bad. And I was like, oh, I actually feel better. And I told myself, remember in the future, if you need to throw up, just do it. Haven't done it since. It's about to be 5 years. But yeah. Oh, also on the smell thing, what's the worst smell? I have, as all my friends know, I have a no smell rule. If you want me to smell something like, hey, smell this, I'm not gonna do it because I'm not an idiot.
That's not fair.
It's just like, if
Not
you
fair
know it
on
smells,
It's not
Him?
fair on anybody.
if
To
you
ask him
know
to
it
smell
smells
Imagine
bad-
if you wanted your friend to be like, "Come on, man, smell this."
This good. Smell this. Smell everything. Here. Here. Smell this. Smell the glass.
You better smell that also. Huh?
Think about it. Have I ever asked you to smell anything? So have some decent respect for me, and don't ask me to smell anything.
Yeah, but how about this, man? You ever heard of a compromise? What if you've asked a friend to do something that they've never asked of you, but they do it?
Think about that.
Whose footprints were it in the sand, yours or mine?
When I carried you, there was only one set.
And if I found my way back, who was it that led me to the temple?
Jesus. I've got 2 smells that were bad in my life that I will never forget. One was at a
Hospital.
it was not a hot spring, but what do you call those things? There's like a
Like a sulfury
like a
smell?
sulfur. Yeah, there was like this thing. It was like it's known for smelling really bad, like really bad sulfur. And we were there, and there were all these tourists there, and there were these old ladies going like, "Oh no, it is not good!" And there's like a bathroom right next to it, just in case. I feel like, but people were just like, you could hear kids going like, "Ew, it smells," and it was like it ruined the experience.
Kids are so honest.
That's a
Yeah.
weird attraction for people to go to.
But it's like beautiful because it's like
a geyser?
If you ever...
it was like it was like the Dragon's Den or something. It was something in Yellowstone.
Okay.
And it was called like the Dragon's Mouth or Den or something like that. The other smell is I went to this like sea lion thing, like between
Oh, yeah.
It was like between here and like
Monterey?
Hearst Castle or Monterey or something like that. Along the coast, there was like the sea lion thing. You could see it off the freeway, and you could just like turn off the freeway, and then you could come out and watch all the sea lions. Oh man, they smell so bad.
Yeah, they do.
Because it's so many of them.
So bad. There's so many of them, and they're just like sharing poop all over the place, and they're kicking sand on top of themselves, and they're sweating in the sun,
And they're rolling
all
all over each
around into their
other.
own poop and stuff.
Like
and they're-
what we as humans define as, oh, don't do that. They do it.
They're doing it, yeah.
And don't do it around all your friends. They do it around all their friends.
On their
they're just stinking.
But wait,
bad.
what eats those animals? Isn't there another animal
Like
that eats?
sharks or
Sharks.
whales.
Yeah, Oh.
Kales.
They're also kind of cute,
They're
though.
cute. Yeah, they're cute. Sea lions. All those damn things are cute. Guys, what an episode of Table Talk. I hope you had as much fun as Will had. And I hope you guys use that hashtag Table Talk on Twitter if you want to get your questions submitted into the bowl here. There's also a subreddit that is a SourceFed subreddit that's called SourceFed. And if you go there, there's a sticky thread where you can type in all your questions there as well if you don't like using Twitter. And I want to say thanks again to Gillette Clinical for protecting us every day from high pressure moments and all them sweat pores. And don't forget to come hang out with Will and I at the Gillette Clinical Discovery VR booth at South by Southwest. If you're gonna be there, you can see Will and I. We can crack a couple of jokes, get some goofs out, sit on a simulator.
Get some goofs out.
I know Will's gonna want to get some goofs out while he's there.
I've never not gotten goofs out, so.
Yeah, sit with Will and I on a simulator, and we'll get some goofs out.
Get a goof out.
Pellegrinos.
Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you and everything you do, and I appreciate your honesty.
And now let's say the SourceFed chant. We
We
shall not repeat. If anything goes, let it be known. I got the money.
Wait, what was the thing we did when we saw that movie?
James and Jeffrey let us down. That's
James
really
and Jeffrey let us down.
Guys, just hold on. I got a killer playlist, okay? You guys like Coldplay and Creed doing covers of Nickelback, right?
Say hello to Spotify Premium and say goodbye to ads.
Probably should have gotten premium.